Hello. All right, I did my 23andMe. I know they say that it's not a good idea because then your genetic information will be out there. Um First of all, again, as a I my understanding at least, and I'm not a geneticist or, scientist, but my understanding is that we are all Africans, came out of Africa 200, well, some people came out of Africa 200,000 years ago. Oh no, we we started in Africa 200,000 years ago. Some Africans left 60,000 years ago, but we have not changed in any substantive way, um, in terms of genetics, cognitively, morally, or linguistically, that we are, as Noam Chomsky called it, more or less identical. Now, I actually really believe that. But growing up, right, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, and I went to a predominantly white school, and then I went to a very diverse central high school, which is where Noam Chomsky went to, along with my dad. But uh, Noam Chomsky didn't like Central too much, actually. But I've always wondered, I've always thought, okay, because both my parents look kind of like what I call ambiguously ethnic. But my mother was from France, and so I thought she had a lot of French ancestry. I wasn't totally sure what my father's ancestry was because, a lot of African Americans probably have no idea where exactly what countries in Africa we come from and everything. So I thought personally 23andMe was like a great thing. I had a problem with I'd done ancestry.com before, but the problem with that one was they didn't really give the kind of breakdown that 23andMe did. So it says I am 30 oh wait a minute, sorry. 68.5% European, 39.6% from Southern Europe. I'm almost 26% Italian, 25.7% Italian from the Gulf of Termini Imerese. So that's funny because we have the Termini Brothers Bakery, or the Termini Bakery. Now, this is interesting because this keeps changing, because before it said I was from Calabria, so whatever. And La Sicilia, is that Sicily? I don't know. 4.3% Spanish and Portuguese, 9.6% broadly Southern and Italian, or Southern European. This really does change. Now it says I'm 20, so I'm actually now, oh wait, I'm 27.3% Northwestern European. Now this one was kind of a shocker. I mean, look at me. Do I look at my nose? I'm 20.5% British and Irish. I'm 20% from London. 20% from London. I joke around, does that mean could I get like free healthcare there? Could I be a dual citizen? No. 1.7% French and German. Now that's a weird one because first of all, how do they know like the genetic difference between Italians and French people? Because genes change at the border. I mean, Italy and France are like right next to each other. Um, yeah. Do genes have anything to do with nation states? How would they know any of this? Um, and then 1.6% broadly European. What does that mean? All right, so I'm 29.6% sub-Saharan African. I'm by the way, I'm gonna start going to Africa. I'm gonna go to South Africa this year, Gauteng. I am 9% Nigerian, 5.5% Senegambian and Guinean, 5.4% from Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. Of the Dangme and Fante peoples, I'm 3.8% broadly West African, 5.3% Congolese and Southern East African. I am 4.5% Angolan and Congolese. And oh boy, that is horrifying what they're doing to the Congo corporations. Um, I just got the book Cobalt Red. I get a lot of my education from Democracy Now! And she had on like there's children as young as 4 or 5 who are mining for cobalt so that we can have our nice smartphones that I'm reading off of right now, and these electric cars like the hybrid I drive to get the cobalt. I am 0.4% African hunter gatherer, 0.2% broadly sub Saharan, and 0.5% East Asian. Okay. And then you can test all populations. And I see this is like BS because now they're saying Calabrian not detected, but before they said that's where I was from, not detected Central Sicily. Uh okay, whatever. Anyway, it is interesting. I mean, if you're not if you're not worried about like your genes being out there, your genetic, I don't think I hope they're not allowed to share it. But it is nice to know. It is kind of nice to know. I still embrace, and what another thing is, like my uncle Gary used to say that we were Cherokee and Irish, that he was Cherokee and Irish. When I would say talk about our people, he would say, "What people? I'm Cherokee and Irish." But we're not. We're actually not. I'm not Native American at all. And in fact, one time, I remember I was approached by they have the Delaware Valley Native Americans. Really should be the Lenape Native Americans. I don't even know if they're still here. They were kind of pushed out of here. They invited me to something. They thought I was a Native American, but it turns out, like most African Americans think they're Native Americans, but I'm not at all. So that was interesting. Um, Most of us are some blend of European, African, and like Latinos are your Taino Indian, Spanish, and African. And there's always like skin color differences. It seems like amongst East Indians, Latinos, African Americans, all of us. So yeah, that was my 23andMe, and it was kind of interesting to find out. I know my mother refused to, because I think you take a swab or you spit in a cup or something like that, and you send it to them. She did not want to do it. She actually changed her mind like right before she died, but I wasn't able to get her to do it. Okay. Well, thank you very much.